I remember building these cars and thinking to myself, yeah, I'm going to land speed race someday. That's just amazing. I want to go 200 miles an hour, blah, blah, blah. And then when I saw the Insight, I just went, God, that's the perfect vehicle. And then that was 2000, actually, that was 2001. And the K series had come out too. And the RSX had, 200 horsepower naturally aspirated. I'm just like going, an Insight with the K series, I'll rule the world. This will be awesome.
Yeah.
So, 2 years later, I found a flood damaged one and bought it. And then it took me about 3 years to build it into a land speed car. It was kind of tedious. And went out and blew up the motor on the first time out, came back the next year and set a record at Bonneville. And I was like, yes, this is what I'm going to do.
Achievement unlocked.
And then, yeah, exactly. So, but yeah. And then, a few years later, I rolled the car up at 180 miles an hour and
yeah,
we'll do something else.
So for those that don't understand exactly what happened, I mean, 180 miles an hour, I mean, we're putting a little B-roll up of it. I mean, that was probably one of the most horrifying things I think I have ever seen in our type of atmosphere of racing. And I think what was so shocking to me at the time, right, is we've known each other for a long time, maybe not in like super personal aspects, but we are a close community.
We've talked forever.
Oh yeah. And we're a close community, you know what I mean? Like, and so you hear things like, you get a little text message. This is what, 2014? Am I thinking this right? Somewhere around there, 2013.
Yeah.
So
8 years ago.
Yeah, so texting is like there, but like not like, it wasn't my primary focus. So I remember being like, I got a text and it was like, did you hear about Brian from Hasport? And I'm like, no. And they're like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. And then like, first off, everybody's like, I hope he's all right, because nobody knew. There was a good day or so, or day and a half, 2 days, where nobody really knew what happened to Brian.
Aye.
Like, we knew that he was airlifted. You knew that you saw the horrifying whatever, and there was just like nothing. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, like he's never gonna, like, I mean, who knows? And then you see these videos keep coming out, and next thing you know, was it like 2 weeks later, you put up, or a week and a half later, you put up a post on Facebook, and he's got, I mean, black and blue eyes, and he's in the hospital bed, and you were in Arizona. Is that where you ended up? Where
we're in California.
Yeah. Right.
I was in California. El Mirage is the dry lake, but yeah.
Okay, and so where did you end up in the hospital? Right
in
around
California.
There. Okay.
Yeah, they airlifted me. Yeah, immediately.
Jeez.
Right.
So, but actually, it's a lot more compressed than that.
Pun intended.
The picture of me came out just a couple days afterwards.
Right.
It may have seemed like a long time, but I remember. I'll have to look back and see when I posted the picture. Maybe it wasn't until I got back. Maybe, but the video was up almost immediately.
Right.
When
right.
I was that afternoon in the hospital, people were coming to visit me from the racetrack, and Doug from Honda, who was my partner on the car, came to me and said, here's a video of the crash, and John, the guy who took the video, wants to know if it's okay to post it. I said, yeah, go ahead, no problem.
Jeez.
So they put it up almost immediately. So that's like the video was up pretty quick. So but I remember telling my son, when I first started remembering what I was saying, I remember saying, how do I look? And he's like shaking his head. I said, take a picture of it and show me. So he takes a picture of it and shows me. And I said, you got to put that up on Facebook. And maybe he put it up on his page, and maybe it wasn't on my page. Maybe I didn't put it up until later on mine. So maybe that was. But I spent 6 days in the hospital because I had a torn lung.
Oh.
So they put you on a tube, basically to keep vacuum on your chest so it doesn't fill up with air and kill you. So, but yeah, I was back to work that was on a Sunday. I was back to work a week later on a Monday, and but yeah, the picture's crazy because wherever the helmet's not pressing is purple on my face, and then my eyes, the white of both eyes, is totally red.